Hey everybody, just thought I'd take a quick drive. You know, I've seen a couple of video people out there. Oh, gotta get my seatbelt on. Yeah, gotta put that seatbelt on. Alright, so I see a couple of people vlogging out there, shooting what their towns look like during this coronavirus mess that we're going through right now. So I thought I'd just do a quick drive around, nothing too long or nothing too exciting. Actually, I live in a smaller town, about 36,000 people in it, so I mean it's not going to be anything overly exciting. Just to give you an idea of how West Bend, Wisconsin is faring during this coronavirus. So let's check it out, shall we? And Citgo station is open. It's a gas station, but I think they close earlier, 7 or 8 o'clock now. They used to close at like 10. Oh, I actually got this light. I usually don't. Oh, sorry for the tall clock, Diet. I usually don't get to catch that light at that moment. I usually have to sit there for a while and wait. But just got done taking a walk with my son. Nice walk. The pool place is closed. I don't even know if they're open, to be honest with you, for the coronavirus at all. There's a pretty good restaurant on the end of this building here on the right called Braising Pan. They're just doing pickup like everybody else is doing. Everything's pickup right now, curbside pickup, or they'll deliver. Surprisingly, there's a lot of people that want to deliver. They want their stuff delivered because they're busy. They're busy delivering dinners, and you know, it's not just the usual suspects anymore. It's diners and restaurants. They're all doing it now too, so they can at least try to generate some money. Toucan's Frozen Custard is open right there on the right. They opened up in April. So they're doing food, and well, it's takeout. There's a little dining room inside, but it's generally only open during the warmer months of the year, so people can, you know, sit outside. I'm sure they're telling people to sit, you know, 6 feet away from each other. So now we're coming to downtown West Bend. It's to the left, just after this stoplight here. I mean, there's some cars out here. It's gotten better. You know, the longer people wait inside, the more stir crazy and crazy they get inside. So I think more and more people are venturing out just because they're sick and tired of being in the house. The light we're at now can be painfully long, but it turned green as I was saying that, so it can be a pretty long light as well. We're going to make a left right up here, and this will take us into downtown. So this coming up here is downtown West Bend. There's a place at the bottom of there, West Bend Tappan Tavern. There, curbside pickup. I don't know if they're delivering. I don't think so. Maybe they're having DoorDash. DoorDash is pretty big right now. There's a restaurant or a bar called JP Faz's. They're obviously not open. A lot of these places here aren't open. There's usually be cars in these slots here. That bar just opened too. It's called Sponties or Sponties. That just opened. It changed ownership, and within a month the virus hit and they were closed already. So who knows if they'll ever reopen, because they're probably losing all the money they put into the place. Exclusive Company's open. That's a record tape store. Actually, they're closed now. All these other places closed up. The West Bend Theater, newly remodeled. They just put millions of dollars into remodeling that place. Had one concert like a dedication concert, and then the virus hit. So the theater, there were a bunch of concerts and stuff lined up. Nothing going on there now. Hopefully they'll be able to stay afloat, seeing as how they're not making any money either. And then, I mean, they just opened up. I think the first show was on St. Patrick's Day, 17th of March, I think it was. And so they had that concert, and then after that, shut it down. Nothing's going on there. So I really hope, because they needed to revitalize that, and the fact that they did, it took forever. I think the last time anything was in that building was like mid-2000s, 2005, 2006 maybe. And it was in really rough shape too. I mean, I remember taking my son there to see SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie, in like 2005 or so. And then it turned into like a all-purpose venue. They had like bands, they had like sideshow circus stuff for like a year or two, and then we closed down, and there was a lot of problems. The roof was in really bad shape. I remember going through there on a tour, and I really wish I could have shot video of that. I never did. But it was in really rough shape when we went through there. So, but I really hope that they can stay afloat, because they put all that money into it, and it looks really nice now. It's a nice addition to downtown. It should bring people back, more people back into downtown. Downtown West Bend is interesting because it's such the words I use are, it's a mishmash of architecture. You have some places that are like the Washington House, where that Sponte's bar is, that's from the late 1800s, that still has that old feel, you know. And then there's stuff that's like Art Deco, as in it should have been torn down in the 60s, the look of the building, or the 70s, 80s maybe. But it's, yeah, and they just put, like within the last 7 or 8 years, 10 years maybe, they just put up a Museum of Wisconsin Art, and the building just does not fit in down there. It just makes things... I'll have to drive back and show you downtown one of these times, maybe tonight, I don't know. It's pretty late, it's almost 7 o'clock, so it's going to be getting dark soon. But all the kids are out of school, back to the drive here. Very quiet for 7 o'clock on a Monday night, but well, it's actually spring break this week for the kids, so they'd be out of school anyway. But still pretty quiet for 7 o'clock on Main Street here. Not a whole lot going on. Quick Trip, gas station's open. Pretty much everything in the strip mall to the left and to the right is closed, except for the liquor store right now on the left. Everything is closed up here, even George Webb's. Oh, they're open till 8 p.m. Usually they're open 24 hours, but they're only open till 8 p.m. for carryout. I mean, just kind of look on the screen. You can see it as I drive up to it, everything that's closed down. So, you know, we're hit just as much as everybody else is. Jumbos, they're like a custard stand with food. They're drive-through as well. Bowling alley's been closed up here. Kingpin. All these, they're open till like 7 or 8 o'clock. McDonald's, drive-through. Gas stations, I don't know if they're even open 24 hours. Some are, like Quick Trips are. I think they're the only ones that are actually open up 24 hours in town here. Pan Express, drive-through. Kohl's, that's a big one. They're not open right now. Kohl's is closed, so that's a lot of people out of work right now. There's some stores open in the Paradise over there. Pizza Hut's open. Dollar Tree's open. Hallmark looks like they're open. Can't imagine the birthday cards being essential, but you know, I suppose you can write one on a piece of paper. Pick and Save grocery store, they close early now. Chopco's been gone since April of last year, so that's why that's at the Hobby Lobby. I don't know what time they close, but they must be closing earlier. So we're going to turn here, and that's an interesting piece of equipment to see down here. Okay, so we got like Noodles and Company and Cousin Subs. Those are all probably takeout right now. Supercuts, all the haircut places closed. My oldest son has got quite a mop growing on his head, and he needs a haircut. Both of the kids do. I kind of do too. I cut my hair really, really short generally, so it hasn't grown back all that much. But Menards is open. I don't know what time they stay open till. Wendy's drive-through, Arby's drive-through. There's a Meijer back there on the left. Buffalo Wild Wings is closed. I don't know if they're closed, but they're closed right now. Qdoba, I'm guessing, is takeout only up there. The cinema's closed. Can't see movies. But nowadays, you know, you can watch anything from home. You know, there's a Family Video in town on the other side of town, the north end of West Bend, and honestly, I don't know how. They're closed right now. They're not open, but I can't see how they can even be surviving in this world with everything being downloadable and online. And you know, if you want to rent something, if you want to rent something now, just go on Prime, go on Hulu, go on Voodoo, go on. There's all sorts of places you can get movies now. I mean, you don't even need physical copies of DVDs or Blu-rays, you know? That stuff's kind of like passé now. So Walmart's open back there. It started drizzling a little bit, so I have my wipers on. Walmart's back there. They're kind of busy. I don't know what time. I think they're still closing at like 7 or 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock maybe? 8 or 8:30. It's pretty early. And then they open up again at like 6 for seniors, so they can get first dibs on stuff they need, which is awesome, you know? Let them get it first. And then I believe 7 o'clock is when they open to the rest of the public. Now I'm going to drive by here. They did the other day. Yeah, they still have that going on. See how empty it is in the parking lot here? I'm guessing that this door over here is closed. So you're only able to get in one way right now, and that's through the grocery doors. So that's pretty insane that they got it down to one door. Huh. That door is emergency exit only. Look at how they got everything roped off there. That is weird. That's just weird. It's just, man, different world. Different world we're living in right now, that's for sure. And there's like a line to get in and out. You can cross there, young man. You don't have to wait for me. I don't know where you're going. Yeah, they got lines in and out of the building, which is pretty weird. Wow. So yeah, that's what's going on at Walmart. We got lines in the morning because people are... It's calmed down a lot. I mean, the last time I was in Walmart last week, it was pretty much back to normal. There were some parts. Chen's Buffet over here is closed. GameStop, I don't see them open. They might be open but closed now. Tempur-Pedic's open, but there's nobody ever in there. There's this, it's called Hassleless Mattress, where you can just walk in there. There's nobody to talk to, no salespeople. Apparently Office Max is even curbside, and this used to be a Boston store, but they closed about a year and a half, 2 years already, maybe. So yeah, this Hassleless Mattress place is kind of weird because you just go in there and try out the beds and look around, and if you want to mattress and you go to the kiosk that they have in the store and you order it that way. I don't think they're really less expensive. Great Clips, another place that's closed. Pier 1 Imports, that used to be here a long time ago. That place has been gone for 5, 6, 7 years maybe already. The Lone Place is open though if you want some money. And so is Subway. They're still open, but delivery only. Or not delivery, pickup. They might be doing delivery too. A lot of these places have resorted to having delivery that normally don't, you know, like the sub shops and the restaurants. And like I said, they're doing DoorDash now, or they have their employees going out on deliveries because, you know, it's generating the income that they really desperately need right now because they're not making the money with people being in the restaurants. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how things are going. So yeah, that's really about it on this particular side of West Bend. This is the southern side. There's a lot more on this side of town than there is on the north side of town. I'm going to try to get up there real quick. I should have gotten the other lane. Kind of forgot to though. Thankfully this guy's going to let me in. Get too dark. This light's pretty long. Alright, so on this side of town, at least on this part, this is more west of the city, we got Cousins, Subs, curbside pickup. That's about the only thing open over there. Culver's, drive-through only. Can't even go in the store right now. The hotels are open. Yeah, so I thought they'd probably shut them down too. The Applebee's, they've been, I think, completely closed up at this point. Nothing on the menu. Sign. There's Pick and Save. They're not too busy right now. And this is basically the rest of this part of 33 are car dealerships. And car dealerships, I'm not assuming they're closed. They're probably open. You know. There's a Harley Davidson dealer right here on the left, and there's a couple other car dealerships up here on the right, or on the left, and the Harley dealers on the right. I was having a really hard time with my lefts and my rights lately. I don't know why. I don't know why. So I guess I better come on, feel the noise. That's a Slade / Quiet Riot reference for those who are older who watch those videos. So, yeah, that's about it for here. There's Fleet Farm, a brand new Fleet Farm up here that they built. My oldest son works at right now. It's beautiful. They had an older Fleet Farm. You know, Fleet Farm around here is kind of like, you know, it's kind of like a Walmart. They specialize more in like guns and ammunition, hunting stuff. They got a lot of stuff. I mean, they're kind of like Walmart. Not as much groceries. They got a lot of clothes. Charcoal grill. They're delivering. Probably carry out as well. Other than that, I will drive east a little bit until I call it night. Crazy, you know. I was out over the weekend shooting some video for an upcoming episode, and you know, I kind of commented that it felt more normal that particular day because there were a lot of people out. There's a lot of movement, a lot of cars driving around. But now it's kind of just like, it seems back to weird. I have a doctor appointment next week, and I was supposed to go in person, and you know, with the virus and everything. Now I'm doing that online next week. I'm actually gonna like Skype. It's called My Chart. I'm gonna My Chart to have my appointment, which I don't know. I mean, what can you really tell if you're not actually there being looked at? You know, I just think it's kind of odd being seen by a doctor that way. But who knows? Maybe that's how things are going to be in the future. You know, you don't even have to go see your doctor. Doctor, I think I broke my arm. Okay, you broke your arm. Go to Walmart and get your cast kit, and have your wife help you put it on. Gee, thanks, Doc. No problem. $6,000, please. So we're coming back up to Highway 33. So you've seen everything up to this point. Now everything here east of the freeway, you will not have seen. I don't know. The words just aren't coming out. So there's a bank, closed, drive-through only. Psychic, she's not even open. Darn it. I want to know what's going on. Pizza Ranch, I think delivery only right now. Maybe pickup. There's a bakery over here, Hankerson's, really good bakery. Really good bakery. I think they're open a little bit during the day, but not a lot. Verizon store, they were open. Inside or curbside. I don't know if they're open now though. McDonald's, Burger King, drive-through only. This bank is open during the day, drive-through only. There's the old Fleet Farm. That's the old Fleet Farm now. That is like 1/4 the size of the new Fleet Farm. The new Fleet Farm is insanely huge. I mean, it's 30,000 square feet. This one over here was kind of like, I don't know, 40,000 or something like that. So there's Subway over there, Little Caesars. It's closed. I think we know they're open. Chinatown's closed though. Chinatown's a buffet type restaurant. Not a buffet type restaurant, you know, Chinese restaurant where you order. There's Marco's Pizza and Family Video. Like I said, Family Video, I'm surprised they're even around to begin with because nobody really rents Blu-rays anymore. You can just watch that stuff, stream it, you know. The Y is closed down over here, the YMCA. Now we're going to be coming up to Main Street, and that's the way I actually was going through this intersection. We're going from west to east right now, and up at the lights here when I started this video I was going from north to south on this road intersection coming up here. So we're right back to just on the outskirts of downtown, and I'm going to show you where the Museum of Wisconsin Art is. You're not going to be able to miss it. It's this big eyesore. I don't know. It doesn't fit down here to me. That big building right here. I'm going to turn right here so you can see it. So remember what downtown West Bend looked like. And then you turn the corner here and you got this thing. This big white building on the left is the Wisconsin Museum of Art. And it just does not belong here. I mean, if you look at the rest of the downtown area, you know, they just put these bridges up, these newer bridges too. And it lost its charm. The old bridges had a charm to them. And that charm is now gone. You know, so it's like, it doesn't match. it's like they're trying too hard to I don't know. I'm not the person who makes those decisions. Me personally, I probably would have went for an older looking, just to try to bring the charm back to the town. There's a town near here, about 10, 12 miles, called Cedarburg. And it's beautiful. I mean, they kept their charm. Maybe I'll do a episode there. But they kept their charm, their old charm. Never really let anything new pop up. I mean, you have like a grocery store here and there, and some of the downtown area itself is pretty much, it's all shops. It's very touristy down there, and it's really cool. I mean, I loved Cedarburg. There's Piggly Wiggly, and that's pretty much all there is on this side. The dentist that's not open because your dentists aren't open right now. There's a BP gas station, a Subway that's not even open, I don't think. I think this one's actually closed here. Yeah, nothing's lit up. Then we have the airport, and that's pretty much, you're out of West Bend now. You know, you have the West Bend Airport on the right coming up, and that's about it for West Bend. So, I mean, that's what's going on here at West Bend at 7 o'clock from like 6:50 to 7:20 p.m. on a Monday. Not a ton of stuff going on, but I just thought I'd give you an idea of how West Bend, Wisconsin is faring throughout this coronavirus issue that we've got going on. And with that, I'm going to call it a night. So thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Share it with people if you think they'd be interested in watching it as well. I still plan on uploading videos every 2 to 3 days. And I appreciate you all tuning in and watching the video. And until the next time, until the next video, adios.